The next topic is financial freedom is freedom from what? There are certain words that I want you to be familiar with, right? One of them is financial safety. Financial safety. So this would be the person that wants to take some risks and start investing and so on, but they can't because as soon as they take their money away from their paycheck, they're like broke. They have no safety net. So the first thing you want to aim at is financial safety. And that is basically getting 3 months worth of your monthly expenses. You know what your monthly expense is based on that. Okay, does someone have a specific number? Monthly expense? What's that? 3,400? I need like an exact number. If you entered in zeros, then I know it's not exact. Yes? What's that? 3,305? Okay. Now we're talking. I warn you of the generalizations. Because the generalizations, that's back to the I want to be a billionaire. That's just a generalization. Someone saying, well, I need an $80,000 job. That's just a generalization. Of course it is. Of course it is. But we're dealing with, but is it human nature to what? It is human nature. And I'd say that works for us and against us. And this issue, it's working against us. A person's generalizing that they're broke and stuff like that, but they're actually, or they need $1 million in order to be happy. Those are just generalizations that don't serve us. So 3,305 per month is the brother Umair, right? Umair? 3,305. In order to get financial safety is to have 3 months worth of this. Can someone calculate it for me? 3,305 times 3? What's that? 3 months or 6 months, it's whatever it was. In general, yeah, you just have a financial safety net. That could be 3 months. It could be 6 months. The problem with the 6 months is that now you're saving so money that's not going to work for you. Right? Because it could become like, oh, you got 18,000 sitting in the bank account or whatever, and it's being untouched. So 3 months, is kind of like, whatever it is for you. If you feel safe for having 6 months worth, then let it be 6 months. It's like basically that's your safety net. Okay, so 3 months worth comes out to? 9915. Okay, so now we got financial safety. Financial independence. So basically, if Umair stays up 99.15, right, and he's put that aside, it's under his mattress or something like that, it's sitting there on a rainy day when he gets fired, you know what, no worries, I got 3 months worth. Even if I get fired or my business collapses and I'm at zero, I can survive for 3 months, inshallah. And within the 3 months, inshallah, something will change. Next stage is financial independence. Independence, back to Yusuf, when he said 23,556, financial independence is making that much money per year. Finding an alternate source, maybe he started like an internet business, alhamdulillah, it's going successful. How much money did he make? Alhamdulillah, last year he made 23,556. He has now officially become financially independent of his job and his paycheck. Okay? So he doesn't need even though the job might be paying him more than this, but his financial independence is at this number. So what's the specific number for you? Now you know what financial independence is about. Okay, so next, the keyword is financial freedom. So when you say financial freedom, that's more of money is not an issue in the things that you want to do. So when we're talking about financial independence, back to Yusuf, if you have 23,556, like Sheikh Riyad was saying, what if he wants to go on vacation? What if he wants to save for retirement? So he doesn't necessarily have freedom. He just has independence from a paycheck. He's making his own source of income that's like, so he needs that much money, now he's independent. Third level is financial freedom, which is the person basically, money's not an issue, and, judge things based on, what he wants to do, not necessarily what the money is dictating to him. The fourth is absolute financial freedom, where you can do anything and everything. You can purchase countries if you wish. Oh no, it's a lot more than that. The third one is financial freedom, where the person, money's not an issue in what they want to do. But there's usually a limit at that point as well. Right? So there's financial freedom, but you can't purchase a country at financial freedom. Absolute financial freedom is where money is never an issue, whatever you want to do. And what is it that you want to do? I don't know. You want to fly all of your family on a Boeing private jet to outer space, to space on a Boeing. As you can see, it starts to get ridiculous. Now you're doing stuff just because, it costs money. All right, let's throw a party for $1 billion. Why? Right? The person's like, because I got it, what else am I going to do with the money? Okay? But that's absolute financial freedom. Now the question here that we're talking about is, financial freedom is a topic a lot of people bring up. They present it. It's Salah time, right? It's a beautiful adhan, mashallah. They present it to the middle class people, and they say to them basically that, you know what, people who hate their job, right? There's like a perfect example. And he loves the idea of financial freedom. So he's like, I want to be free from my job because I'm currently a slave. I'm a pawn in this corrupt system that tries providing jobs for everybody. So he wants financial freedom. So this topic becomes very popular with the middle class people because people hate their jobs and they want to rush out. Even though they were trained their whole life to go for these jobs, now they want to rush out of it. But I ask the question is, what are you actually trying to be free from? So if you look at the wealthiest people in the world and you go through each, there's no such thing as retirement for them. Because they're not trying to be financially free. Their job is their enjoyment. It's their mission. And how they define even their job, when they say job, they don't even say job. If you told me, for example, how many hours do you spend working on Al-Maghrib? I have no idea. Even though I know someone would ask me that question, I still don't know. It's never calculated. Because when you love something, you're not calculating how long you're spending on it. But how many hours do you spend at work? Isaiah? Okay, so you know it to a dot. Right? You've calculated like this 23,556. Every single minute has been calculated to the end because you hate it. Right? It's not a mission in life, and you wouldn't, if you had all the money, would you leave your job or would you still continue? And the issue probably is when you get the money and you're still willing to continue in what you're doing, then you know you've got like the right job, inshallah ta'ala. Where the money doesn't count. One of the sisters that came to our event and you got the life coaching certification. And alhamdulillah, she graduated, and she was graduating before university. She was in high school and she graduated. And what the really beautiful thing is, I reflected on her situation was that now she knows how to master the money issue. She can go to university and study something that she loves to study, rather than something that just because of the money she's going to work for it, and then once she gets the money, she'll hate her job. That's the typical modus operandi most people do. They get the job, and the job is an obstacle to the money. They're like, just give me my money and I don't want to work. But she can now go into study, and she can study art if she wants to. Because now it's not based on money. It's what her enjoyment is. And you'll find if she did study art and she loved it, you'd find that she'd excel and she'd make more money than the engineers and the doctors. Because she's excelled when you do something that you love, that you do something great about it. So the question you want to ask yourself is, your job, is it something that you would continue doing even though you are financially independent? How many people yes? How many people no? Okay. So the no people, you definitely want to pay attention to that, right? You definitely got issues right there. You're in some place, in a position where you're doing something for the sake of money. I can see how the hatred would start coming up. And the issue of financial freedom starts bringing up. Okay, let me give you this. Within these four what? You want to go to financial freedom, but you just want to make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Such as, I'm going to explain right now how in these categories, the job that you want to do, I have found just following my own patterns when I choose like a new business idea or someone's offering something, or do I want to do this, do I want to do that? I put it through 3 criteria. If it hits all these criteria and it hits it right in the middle, I'll take on the activity. This is that diagram. Okay, so the first consideration that you want to look at is this job that you're about to do, is it profitable? And that's usually, for me, that's like my first question. Second question is it fun? Do I enjoy doing it? And the third one is, does it benefit the people that I'm working with? So I'll give you an example of something that I did not get involved in. And I put it through this criteria. This is basically like your as it called, like the sweet spot, right in the middle where all of these things come together. That's where you want to be moving forward in. I wanted to get into business, what's that thing? Like giving out loans to people, right? So that Islamic banking industry. Is it profitable? I'm like, definitely. And if I was involved in it, man, I'd make a killing on that. I'd open my own bank and I'd give loans to all you guys. Is it profitable? Yes. Is it fun? I actually like the money issues. It is interesting and fun to me. Does it benefit the people that I'm dealing with? That's your opinion. As far as I'm concerned, no, it doesn't benefit them. It just gets them into debt. And as I said, I put you all into debt. You'd be stuck for, 40 years, and I would be living in the Bahamas with all. You think it's an asset, but it's my asset. It's your liability, right? You bought your house, you bought whatever, and I'm just living the high life. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a difference of opinion. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not beneficial to the people that I'm speaking to, and I would not tell them about that. And so I don't care if it's profitable or fun. I said no to that opportunity. Here's another opportunity, you come in. Or why don't we take some examples from you guys? Yasin, you said you don't like your job. Can you share with me? Is your job profitable? You work for HP, and you were very excited about it when you said it in the beginning. HP, alhamdulillah, they gave you a job. Now, what are we dealing with? Is it profitable for you to work at HP? Okay. I like how you answered that. Not yes, not yo. Inshallah. Okay. Is it fun? No, it's not fun. Does it benefit human beings? Okay. So right there, now you know why he's working for HP is because he's just making money. And that's why he's either going to get fired or he will soon quit. In one or two, are they planning to fire you? They're not planning to fire you? There are lots of benefits? Okay. Somebody else? Anybody have a job idea, a business idea, and let's put it through the test? Yes? Someone? You want to go, Naeem? Tell us what you got, man. You're holding back on doing some things? The things that you want to do. Are you doing it, or is like you're involved in it, but you're just procrastinating? Okay, and you enjoy it? Or do you find yourself procrastinating and then slowing down? Okay. So what you're currently involved in? That's the blanket thing? Okay. So the brother has a blanket business. Is it profitable? Okay, so no. Is it fun? It's fun. Does it benefit the mothers? They get personalized blankets? Okay, definitely. Okay, khair. So that's where you're holding back on, is the profitability, right? So it's like, yeah, you like doing it, it's beneficial. A lot of people have great ideas that just bring no profit. Anybody else can agree with that? They got an idea, but there's just no profit involved. You're doing something that you enjoy, benefits the people, but there's no profit. Anybody else? Yes? Benefit, profit. Video industry. Benefits, like, what's that? There's not much profit. In fact, we're like, when we're dealing with salaries, like, subhanAllah, they're miskeen. Just, do charity to them. So there's not much profit. It's fun and it's beneficial to people and stuff. Okay. Someone else want to go for a run? Run on the wheels. Yes, go ahead. Okay, so again, that would be an assumption, kind of like back to that brother that I said that, you know what, I want to give dawah to non-Muslim, but there's no profit involved. That's a belief, and that's not necessarily true. And as soon as he said it, I knew, no, you can do it, and you can actually make a lot of money doing it and going around the world. You actually get to benefit people. It's like a new concept. Benefit people and actually make a lot of money in the process. How does that work, right? It's an and mentality. I want to be made profitable and benefit people. I want to be profitable and benefit people. If you'll notice the Al-Maghrib Institute model, it's profitable and it benefits people. Now, if I decided to say, no, you know what, I don't want to do any profit, everybody just come to the class to benefit, how many people would show up? Yeah, okay, a very few. Or even let's say that on a Friday, a lot of people would attend. Saturday, nobody shows up. And you guys are thinking of Al-Maghrib nowadays. Go back like 9 years ago when this thing was all started. If you want to just focus on benefiting people, this is something interesting that I found, that when something is profitable somehow, some way, it actually benefits more people. How does it become profitable? Because people find benefit in it. So they're willing to exchange money for this or the opportunity. You just have to have the mentality that I want to do something that's beneficial and profitable. So all of the, you've taken care of all the bases. And once you're massively profitable and you're making like crazy money and stuff like that, and now you want to give charity and sadaqah, there's some poor people, you want to donate to them, people in prisons that don't have access to information, do charity for them. There could be a way to profit from those as well, but it doesn't have to be. So you can have your profitable side, and then now you have excess money that you can start donating and being charitable. I need to take someone for a run on this. Who wants to go for the ride? Yes? Okay, go ahead, sister. Okay, so in transition, would it be profitable for you? Okay, would it be profitable though, in general? If someone's mentally handicapped, can they pay for their care? So maybe the parents? Okay, so you can charge the insurance companies? Okay, would it be profitable? Inshallah. Okay, good job. No problem. Would it be fun for you? Would it benefit them? Okay, khair, inshallah. So you got like a perfect job there, inshallah. Yes, Bilal. Okay, to make a movie about the distribution of a movie? Okay, whatever that means, but and you want to do it on a road trip? No, you don't have to clarify it. Would it be fun for you? Would it be beneficial? Would it be profitable? Okay, so in other words, no for the sense, right? If you don't know if it's profitable, this is what I would guess. If you don't know if it's profitable, it means to me that you don't know your market. It means to me, or that says to me that you don't know your market, you don't know what they will pay for, and if you're guessing, then chances are you're wrong. And so by the time you actually go to market and you've spent all this money, and you don't even know if it's going to be profitable or not, and you go to market and they're like, who cares about a road trip, about collecting a road trip? And not necessarily educated. We're going to talk about strategies in our part 3 of this, but and that's like understanding your audience and coming from their perspective first and seeing what do they need, and then focusing on like, okay, this is what they need. Let me go get it and give it to them, rather than I have this great idea and I want people to buy it. That mentality is your typical default mentality, but people don't accept. That's not the way things work. Okay. So if you don't know if it's profitable, which is something that came up before, someone finds something that's beneficial and fun. It's interesting. Usually people think of an idea as profitable starting off, but in all categories, if you don't know if it's profitable, then you don't know your market. So you came up with an idea that was separate from your market, which is a problem. And it's going to come up, inshallah ta'ala, tomorrow. We start discussing, focusing on the people that you're trying to market to first and come from their perspective. What do they actually need? And then design a product that's their needs, go get it for them and give it to them. You'll make much more money than trying to make an idea and trying to sell it to people afterwards. Allah Alam. Someone else? Yeah, Yusuf? Okay, great. So what have you learned so far? Share some learnings. What have you learned? What have you learned? Yes, sister? Why don't we get someone that hasn't spoken? Someone quiet. The quiet people usually have deep thoughts. Naveed, yes. What have you learned? And then I'm going to shift to this side. You're next, brother. Okay, so the combination of several things, that if it was just profitable, you'll soon quit, like the example of Yasin. Someone else will come in, they're doing something fun, but they're making no money on it, and it's not benefiting someone else. They're just like playing basketball or something like that, right? You can make money off of that, but only if you get to the higher levels. And then someone that's focusing on something of benefit and no fun, such as a dawah project might kick off. Someone is like, oh, you know what, I want to help people and stuff like that. It's beneficial, it's fun for them, but after a while, they have a wife and children that they need to take care of and provide for, and they have to quit all of that stuff because, they have to, move in a different direction. So they're all needed. You actually can't do without it.